Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and Cass is here, and I'm here, and we're ready to talk about some new releases with you today. It's going to be kind of a quickie from us because there's not a whole lot out this week, and some of it is still in the warehouse being unboxed, and we just got to get to it because we got a lot to do today. So Cass, as always, picks us off. He's back there with the rifle once again. But no, he kicks us off, and this is, what did you pick this week for your favorite?
All right, this week I have the new Secret Band album, LP2 it's called. Secret Band is a side project of some Dance Gavin Dance members. Dance Gavin Dance, the excellent post-hardcore band, kind of local. I think they're from Sacramento, so is Secret Band. And it's the singer, John Mess, of Dance Gavin Dance, the guitarist, Will Swan, and also the drummer, Mike Mingus. So almost the full squad of DGD, but it's very different from their sound, though, which I will say is makes it a pretty worthwhile side project. Lately, Dance Gavin Dance has a lot of clean vocals, a bit more math rock inspired, but this is a very harsher, more hardcore, sort of punky metal sort of album. Still post-hardcore influences in there, some great guitar work. Sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it's very dissonant. It's always technical, so it's pretty cool. Some math rock inspiration in there as well. And the vocals are always very harsh, very screamy, shouty, guttural sort of vocals, but not like a low, kind of like a high guttural vocal, if you will. So, pretty intense album. The album cover's pretty wild too. Looks like some sort of abstract painting or something. I'm really digging it. And it's been 5 years since their first LP came out, and it was a pretty low-key, secretive sort of side project, thus the name. Not too many people knew about it, even the GD fans. So it's really good. I'm digging it quite a bit. I'm not a huge fan of Dance Gavin Dance, but this is more my wheelhouse. Ooh. And this is the color of the vinyl.
Oh,
too.
That is so nice.
Very beautiful mix of the cover too. Kind of goes with his green and blue face there.
Oh, that's a good one.
This is $20.95, so check it out. I definitely don't think it's for everybody. The vocals can be a little grating after a full album. You know, he doesn't really let up or anything, but I like that a lot. But I can see if this isn't your thing, but check it out anyway. It's pretty cool. I
do like that album art as well. You can tell it's a painting, and it's got a lot of like textural paint. Like in real life, it's probably like, you know, really. Well, just multi-dimensional. You got a lyric sheet in there too? I thought I saw a peek of that as you were...
Might as well give them a whole...
Yeah. Okay.
Lyrics. Cool.
All right, well that's always nice when there's that, so y'all can follow along.
Definitely. Check them out. All the fans, from what I've read online, are very hyped about this thing. It's
okay.
One of the best projects all these guys have put out in a while. So
nice. Okay, well, you know, those guys actually do have quite a lot of side projects going all the time, don't they? They really, do a lot of different things.
Well, there's that other side project, Dance Gavin Dance, called Strawberry Girls, and they're based in Monterey right now, actually. Kind of very local.
Salinas or something like that, right? Yeah, we did talk about them before, but it just seems like they kind of tend to, you know, venture off into a lot of different little things there.
Definitely.
So that's kind of nice. Now, somebody who doesn't really venture off the beaten path too much, but, you know, still pretty cool.
Great.
My pick for you this week is Kishibashi, and this is Omiyari, and it's on Joyful Noise. And I'm not sure what album number this is for Kishibashi. His name is Kei Ishibashi, so go figure. That's how, you know. He split it off, and that's how they came up with Kishibashi. So anyway, this is really exploring darker themes than he's ever done before. You know, if you listen to his stuff, it's all that kind of happy talk. You know, he's one of those kind of things. You know, the scene is kind of dominated by like Casey Musgraves and Carly J. Repson, that kind of happy girl stuff. Well, Kishibashi was paving the way before that with his happy talk, I would say. Anyway, this is a different little kind of a turn for him, because this is inspired in part by the internment camps that were, you know, like 120,000 Japanese Americans were forced into following Pearl Harbor. And he went and actually visited some of the site of some of those old places and it's really kind of a heavy thing. It's like even when you like if you go to Hawaii and you go on the ship and you think about Pearl Harbor and all that stuff. It's kind of a heavy weighted thing.
Not a good look for America.
No, not at all. And actually, this is what he has to say about it. He was shocked when he saw the white supremacy really starting to show its teeth again recently in America here. And as a minority, he felt very insecure for the first time in his adult life in this country. Now, that's a pretty sad commentary. But anyway, being who he is, this doesn't sound like a depressing record. It still sounds like heavy kishibashi, but if you get into it, it's got some pretty heavy subject matter. Now, having said that too,
I like that contrast.
This is some of the most beautiful stuff that he's come up with to date. I mean, it's really kind of interesting when an artist like later in their career kind of finally hits what's really kind of maybe their best work, and I really feel that maybe this is it for him. He finally hit it. Is there anything else here? Let's see. It's an indie exclusive. It's on white vinyl, and it's got a download with it. It's $21.95, and definitely worth checking out. If you don't know who Kishibashi is, this would be like a good place to begin and learn. And then from here, if you like this, you can go backwards. And I think he does still play live quite a lot too. You might be able to catch him in and around. And this is a great little album cover. It's got all these little wooden painted birds on it, which is kind of great.
And he's a violin player.
Yes,
right?
he is. Yeah. And anyway, all right, it's here for you now.
Right.
Now, because it's kind of such a short and a little bit lackluster week, we're not really going to go in depth about extra picks. We're just going to go through the pile, and we'll tell you if there's anything real important that you need to know. I can't even move this pile. It's so heavy. Okay, so
box sets. Yeah.
You're not making my life easy. There's box sets galore.
And also, Black Mountain album was supposed to be out last week, but it didn't come on time, and then this week it didn't make it either, so I've been patiently
Monday,
waiting
I think,
for that.
right?
But Monday it will be, so I think I'll talk about it next week on next week's video.
Okay.
So
Well,
look forward to that.
First
It's
up-
very good.
First up, we got Ash, and this is 1994 to 2004, the 7-inch singles box. 10 7-inch singles in this. It is $65.95, and let's see, it's compiled and curated by Ash. It's exclusive double A-sided versions, mastered by John Davis and limited in number. This one happens to be 286. It doesn't really say how many were made. But anyway, if you're an Ash fan and you would like to get on to that, it's here for you now.
I can't say I know who they are. Do
You
know
don't?
anything about
Oh,
Ash?
yeah. Yeah, Ash is, they're kind of, came on that, let's see, that post, 90s, not grunge, but more of into the indie scene.
Are they English?
I don't believe they are, but I could be wrong about that.
Well, looks a little Brit-poppy.
Well, I suppose in a way
Cover,
it
but-
does. But anyway, they're a pretty cool band. I'm just trying to think if any of these names. Well, I recognize some singles off of this, and I would say it's like the early mid '90s rolling into more indie is kind of the way that they go. Okay.
Check that out.
All right. So now, Combit Christ. What the F is wrong? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and this is gatefold green vinyl. This is 2 LPs for $24.95. You know anything about Combit Christ?
I don't know. I thought it was like a metal album when I saw the name, but it looks like some electronic, maybe industrial.
Oh, what
from
label?
the
What
cover.
label is that
I do
on?
not know.
Because sometimes that's a clue.
Out of line? Yeah, I don't know. Can't say anything about this.
Wow.
Never
All
heard that
right
label
then.
either.
Okay.
So if you know who they are, let us know in the comments
Okay.
section.
So now, adding on to the previous Depeche Mode box sets that were released, here we have Black Celebration, the 12-inch singles. There's five 12 inches in here,
Nice.
and it is $78.95.
These are like two of the best Depeche Mode albums.
I don't
too,
know.
so-
That's really debatable because the
I guess
ones
Violator,
prior, they have been, well, even the ones prior to this, they've been really cool box sets. So it's a kind of a personal choice, I think.
Yes, I think this is the Black? No, this is the Music for the Masses. This one's really good, but I'm a huge fan of Black Celebration.
Oh,
Depeche Mode.
okay. Well,
I
that's.
think I swapped them around.
Did you swap them around?
Yeah,
That's
so this is Music for the
Oh,
Masses.
okay. So that one's actually that's 7 12 inches in that one, and it's $119.98.
Wow.
Okay, so that you got to have deep pockets for that one, but.
Yeah.
For if you're, collecting your Depeche Mode. Now, okay, here we go. This is Black Celebration.
This is
Um,
great.
there's 5 12-inches in this one, and it is $24.95. And I would agree with you. There's some of the best stuff ever on this particular one. But anyway, it's always a matter of taste. Those are nice.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, see,
really
even you're
cool.
having trouble lifting that stuff. It's like heavy.
This is awesome. Yeah, I'm glad Depeche Mode getting all these great reissues.
I
Kind
know
of get
it.
people into them again, because I feel like, you know, people my age kind of see them as kind of cheesy or whatever. You know, I think that whole synth pop scene with New Order hasn't really passed on to my generation in the best of light, but I think it should, because this stuff's really good. I mean, it all started here.
Really, yeah.
So.
You know, it's funny because you growing up, your dad, you know, introduced you to so much of this cool music. But, you know, we've had kids come in here to start work before where it's like, hey, did you know Depeche Mode has like all these albums? It's like, I'll be over here setting myself on fire. Okay, never mind. It's like, okay. Anyway, but yeah, it is true. It just kind of depends what you grew up with. All right, now we got Emerson, Lake and Palmer Anthology. This is now a box set on colored vinyl, 4 LPs for $65.95. So now what's the actual story here? Is like there's extra stuff, but like what is it?
I think when it says the anthology, these aren't albums. It's like a jumbo greatest hits sort of thing.
Oh.
It's just like so many. I mean, they have a lot of material, these guys. So.
Okay, well they do. Very deep catalog. Okay, so you can see, yeah, there's like everything. Gosh, I don't know. Anyway,
there's some live, you know, performances on here.
1970,
Deep cuts,
1970 to 1998. So it kind of encompasses that time period. So it covers a lot. And you know, they do have such a deep catalog that probably, you know, there's always going to be something that somebody wishes would have been on there. It's like when you see people like this live, you know, that have a really deep catalog. Somebody's always going to be disappointed that they didn't hear something, but what can you do? It's like there's only so much room on this stuff, right? But anyway, no,
check
that's
it out. Yeah, Emerson,
pretty cool.
Lake and Palmer, great progressive rock group. Of course, Greg Lake was in King Crimson in that first album. He has left us. Rest in peace.
Right.
But yeah, great progressive rock. This is an essential if you're a prog
And Keith
head.
Emerson has also left the building.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. So the only one left is like Carl Palmer.
That's sad.
And I guess, you know, touch wood, he's still doing good. Touch wood. Anyway, if you know, I think $65.95 is actually a really decent price
That's
for
a great
4
price,
LPs
yeah.
in a
and
box
they're on
set.
Galaxy colored vinyl too, so that's a good deal.
God, I love that idea.
Definitely
So,
pick one of
you know
those
what? If you had somebody that you were going to spend some money on for a gift or something, that'd be awesome. God. All right, now we got Rory Gallagher Blues. This is 2 LPs for $27.95.
Okay.
Is that on any kind of colored vinyl? If it isn't, it kind of should be, but
It is not.
No?
Just
Okay.
Simple.
now we've got Jerry Garcia Acoustic Band, Almost Acoustic, on purple vinyl, 2 LPs for $24.95.
I think this came out on like Record Store Day or like Black Friday, because I've seen this before, but I think it's just the regular.
Okay, well, what's it saying? It's recorded during November and December of 1987 at the Warfield
Warfield
Theater
that
and
you
the
may
Wiltern. And the Wiltern.
Purple vinyl too. So.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Boy, they got more live stuff with his name attached to it than anybody else under the sun, don't they?
It's insane.
I
Great
know.
marketing.
Okay, now we've got Junior Invocations, and this sounds intriguing to me. This is on Mojito Lime Vinyl, 2 LPs for $25.95.
Nice.
Is that it there, Junior?
Yeah, cool cover too.
Yeah, look at the back of it too.
Checked it out today. It's
Oh,
pretty cool.
nice.
Not as psychedelic and trippy as the cover would indicate.
Boy, I sure would
but
like to know what mojito colored lime vinyl looks like.
Gonna have to purchase it. I suppose.
Gosh, I love that artwork. It's so good.
Let's check
okay.
that out.
And let's see now. Also, okay, now here we got something to say about this. This is Duff McKagan. It's called Tenderness. Duff McKagan, of course, from Guns N' Roses. Was he like their bass player? Their bass player,
He
right?
was the bass player, yeah. I guess now he's trying to be a tender old.
Well,
Man
this
now.
actually, yeah, if you're expecting any kind of nod to Guns N' Roses, forget it. It's not there. This is like very different. You know what? I always kind of thought I had some time for him because, you know, he's a really good writer and he's actually posted some pretty interesting articles, you know, and he's a smart guy. So I kind of thought, well, I really want to check this out. And I was really underwhelmed by this. You were too. I think we expected
Yeah.
something better.
Well, I'm not a huge Guns N' Roses fan anyway, but I definitely think, yeah, very, very political, I would say. But I appreciate him doing something different. And
Well, and like I said,
Guns
even
N'
for
Roses
me,
stuff.
and I got a mouth like a sailor, but I thought there was a lot of gratuitous swearing in just the lyrics. It was kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes it's just kind of like, shouldn't you sort of like pepper that with where it, where it has a meaning or a punctuation of some kind? And I just kind of thought it was just like effing and blinded just for the sake of it. But whatever, How much was that? That was $22.95 for Duff.
Produced by Shooter Jennings, too, by the
Oh,
way.
really? Okay. So, God, imagine those two palling around. That's kind of
know.
weird, huh? Okay. Now we have Offset, Father of Four, on yellow vinyl. This is 2 LPs for $22.95. Okay?
Offset.
Okay?
Recently back together with Cardi B. They were split for a little while, but I think they're trying to make it work now. So this album's pretty good, too. Of all the solo Migos, the 3 of them, I definitely say this is probably my favorite of the 3. So,
Okay.
if you're a Migos head, check it out. Color vinyl too, which is kind of rare for
Yeah.
these newer rap albums. for some
Yellow.
reason.
Okay, now we have Lee Scratch Perry. This is Early Upsetters Singles. This is 10 7-inches in this box. It is $65.95.
Sick. Very cool.
Yeah. You know what? And I love that because it is very cool. But like I said, sometimes 7-inch box sets, they're sometimes seem more trouble than they're worth to me because you really cannot move away from your turntable. You've got to really sit there and monitor it.
Yeah,
So
definitely for collectors.
yeah,
You're
it's
gonna
not
play it that
it's not a
much,
super easy listen, but very nice box set, good packaging, everything.
but some great dub in there.
On
if
par,
you're into that.
$65.95 for that. Okay. All right, now we got another Fish album this week. This one is called Billy Breathes. It's on 180 gram. It's 2 LPs. It's $46.95. Seems a little pricey. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Just again, available for the first time on vinyl.
Okay.
So this is a pretty big deal, I'm sure. I've never heard of this Fish album though, so I don't think it's a live album.
Well, it's a
It's
double.
their 6th studio album, so if you're a Fish head, you're probably gonna pick this up.
Here it is. Yeah, it's here for you on vinyl now. First time. Okay, nice. All right, now we've got The Prodigy, Fight Fire with Fire,
Nice.
backed with Champions of London, 2 7-inches. Oh, not backed with, it's just 2 7-inches. The A sides being Fight Fire with Fire and Champions of London, $15.95 for that.
This is cool, and they also have help from HO9909 Horror, basically a cool experimental rap group from England. So cool collab here. I haven't heard these songs yet, but based on the collaboration, it sounds pretty wild.
Okay. And now we have Thomas Rhett, Center Point Road, 2 LPs, $23.95. A lot of doubles this week. Who is this guy?
I don't know. It sounds like a kind of homey, sort of down to earth.
He looks very Iron and
Country
Wine on
guy,
the cover of that,
yeah.
doesn't he? But I don't know if it
What's
is.
that name? Thomas Rhett.
Or is he
Sounds
country?
like-
Is he a country guy? What label is that
I
on?
bet it seems like folk. I
Oh,
would say
okay.
perhaps.
Okay.
Never know though. Never judge a book by its cover.
If you know, you can post down below and tell us and
Let us know. Who is he?
help us. Okay, now we got a new Kenny Wayne Shepherd album. This is called The Traveler, and this is $22.95. So yeah, he's still doing it after all this
That's
time.
country, yeah.
That's not country.
No?
No, he's like a hot shit guitar player.
Oh, I just saw Nashville. Oh yeah. I guess
Oh, because
blues,
you
blues
thought of
rock.
the double name Kenny Wayne.
Yeah.
Sounded like Kenny Wayne. No, this guy, maybe he's from the South, I don't know, but no, he's like a real, been kicking around guitar player for a long time now, but he's still doing it, still putting stuff out there. So
Maybe
okay.
like a Bonamassa sort of thing.
Maybe something like that, but yeah, okay. Yeah, he plays guitar and he's got this guy who sings for him that, sort of looks like you'd think this guy would be in Pearl Jam, you know what I mean? He's got one of those guys. Anyway, so yeah. Now we got the soundtrack cast to Toy Story. I think that's a picture disc, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
1995. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Show the back too. There's Buzz on the back. Nice. Okay.
I think there's a new one of these coming out soon too.
Is there?
Yeah. So.
Okay. Now we have Stereo MCs Connected. Oh my gosh, is that like a reissue?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, that's such a great tune, Connected.
I don't know who this
Oh
is.
yeah, it's 80 Years of Violet. Oh my gosh, yes. Stereo MCs are great. They're a lot of fun. They were very popular in the 80s and especially in and around London in the scene. And Connected was a very, very big hit for them, and it kicks off the album here. It's the first song out of the gate. I recommend that. It's a great record. It's $22.95.
So is it like some hip hop?
Kind of
or
dancey,
big beat or-
yeah, it's like, that, oh gosh, God, my brain's blanking out. But yes, kind of dancey. All that stuff that was like sort of that early 80s. I'm trying to think of the name of that producer who was producing it. Norman, come on, help me. Norman, sorry you guys, I'm blanking. But anyway, FFRR was like this big label that used to have all these kind of people on it. Anyway, like I said, great record. Check it out. It's so good.
All right, cool.
$22.95. Sorry about my bad description there. Tate Tucker, Shangri-La, 10-inch. This is $10.95.
All right.
It looks like a double 10 because it's got 4 sides to it over there. Is that what's happening?
No, it's only 2 sides.
Oh, is there only 2 sides?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my mistake.
Cool though. Cool
$10.95 is, yeah, okay. And now we have various Soul Explosion. This is 2 LPs for $25.95. And it's just a various of what kind of soul? It's all Stax stuff.
And yeah, another cool Stax compilation.
Okay, so I would probably really like this. Oh yeah, it's got everybody on there. It's got Booker T and the MGs, Jimmy Hughes, Johnny Taylor, the Mad Lads, Southwest FOB, Ollie and the Nightingales.
Thomas.
Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Nice.
If you love your Stax, that's a good way to go. Okay, so coming up, we're going to have some kind of little giveaways. We've got some swag that's back there that for upcoming records. I think I saw Silver Sun Pickups. We have these canvas tote bags. So, you know, it's like when you buy the album, you get that. But these are just things that are coming up that I happen to see out there. And you know those little things that go around the back of your neck and you shove your sunglasses like... handles in and they hang around your neck. Have you seen these things? Well, it's like this little piece of spongy fabric with a hole, and you stick the...
I'm sure there's a name for it.
Yeah, there probably is. But anyway, it says Hootie and the Blowfish on the back. If that's your scene, it's another piece of swag. And then there's also going to be that live Grateful Dead. Now, I'm going to butcher the name. How do you say that? Oxymoxa?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
You know that one Grateful Dead album? You guys
Picture
know
this coming out though.
Well, and it's live, and so they have like these nice lithographs that they sent us that you get one of those when you purchase the record, and it's actually really pretty cool. It kind of looks like a comic book thing, and you know, so this stuff is all coming up. If you come in the store, buy the record, you get the thing. It's the way it works. Other than that, shout out to our girl Candace that does all the listings for our online stuff. It's her birthday tomorrow, so we're going to be celebrating with Candace today, drinking pink kitty cat champagne pretty soon.
Oh, yes.
And let's see, there's all kinds of changes with our hours here for you local yokels, just so you guys know. We used to be open till 6 on Thursdays, but I think starting next Thursday we're closing at 4 on Thursdays, but we're going to be extending our Saturday hours till 6. Normally we close at 4 on Saturday, not this Saturday, but the following week. This is when this stuff is going to be happening. I know it's like hard to keep all this straight. We'll remind you, but there's that.
All right.
Anything going on this weekend of note?
No, well, we do have a show coming up that we may all be going to, a little festival. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah, it's called the
Fono del
Sol
Sol Festival, San Francisco. Just some low-key indie bands. Porches.
And Chastity Belle.
And my favorite, Spelling.
Oh, yeah,
Sacred
that's
Bones
right.
Upcomer.
See? Yeah,
from
that's
Oakland,
right.
So it's
that was
free.
all he needed to hear was the Sacred Bones artist
right.
on the lineup, and he was there.
I know, I was like, yeah, this sounds cool. And then they said that. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to go to that.
The ears perked up. So anyway, yeah, that's in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 weekends from now.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun. I think that we might all do a little company trip down there to see
and it's
that.
free. I think I said that. I don't know.
Yeah, you can have VIP options, but whatever. It's just a good time. So, okay, that wraps us up for this week. If you have not subscribed to our channel here, we would love it if you would. And if you hit that little notification bell right down there, it lets you know via email when we do an upload, which is always on a Friday. And so that would be great. And we welcome your comments, your questions, because it helps us. And share and thumbs up and do all that great stuff so we can kind of try to wheedle our way into the mainstream there. And we'll keep going. Thanks for joining us today, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.